side, yeah, we in it for life. When I been up is magic. With the gang, we ball out, it can get tragic. All we got, we gon' let you have it. Stuck in my ways, think I need to change my habits. What would you do if you were me and didn't have it? Look in the mirror, now I'm feeling like a savage. Tell my son I love him, for him I'ma make it happen. Now my dream's reality, not going back to. You say that you proud of me, I turn my back, you laugh. Hey, how could you lie to my face? People claim that they be loyal, they be taking up space. See my broski lose his heart when he was fighting that case. Took so many yells, I'm not going back to those days. I'ma treat you how you treat me, do you like how it tastes? Shawty, use up, can't treat you like my ace. I got way too many problems to be worried, I'm straight. Me and Craig had to watch for the Jakes. On the road, this crazy, I get 80 a show. Say my money, stack it up, it look like I'm foreign cars, driving fast, I never done this before. Get drown out my problems, let me When I been up is magic. With the gang, we ball out, it can get tragic. All we got, we gon' let you have it. Stuck in my ways, think I need to change my habits. What would you do if you were me and didn't have it? Look in the mirror, now I'm feeling like a savage. Tell my son I love him, for him I'ma make it happen. Now my dream's reality, not going back to. You say that you proud of me, I turn my back, you laughing.
Y'all already know what time it is, huh? Playing skills, you did. Playing skills. Ice on the wrist, car on the wrist, hole in the wrist, watch out flip, watch out whip, I'm in the whip, hole in the wrist, I never switch, ice on the wrist, car on the wrist, hole in the wrist, watch out flip, watch out whip, I'm in the whip, hole in the wrist, I never switch, ice on the wrist. I get the money, but I never switch. They say you switch it, you won't get it. You know they came from the bottom and now we is lit. You was lit, I gotta get it, I gotta.
All right, Coach, thank you. EA Sports coverage of the NFL finds us at Bank of America Stadium in Uptown Charlotte. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Tampa Bay Buccaneers and the Carolina Panthers. This one fielded at the 5. And he'll take this across the 25, a couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. Now the second year back from LSU, it's Darius Geis. It'll go as a loss of a yard on the game's first play. Second down. It's probably a pretty good sign here on the opening drive if your guys from the secondary are coming up and spilling things in the backfield.
How about the adrenaline and aggressiveness that led his eyes to the backfield to run up there and make that tackle, setting a tone early for his defense.
They'll run with Geis. He takes this for 3 to the 29.
Partner, we know today's NFL is really built around the guy throwing the football. But these short runs, they still pay dividends because they can take their toll on a defense and they can add up as the game goes along. You control the clock, you control the ball, and that way you often control the game.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. It's Desmond Trufant, and he'll get this back to the 32-yard line. Well, certainly not how he wanted to start his night. First throw of the game, an INT.
Yeah, it's not easy, but he's got to try and wipe that one away from the memory banks. And let's face it, it's not often a quarterback and a defensive back have a lot in common. But one thing, because they have these individual type plays, they've got to have short memories, don't they? DB gets beat, wipe it away, quarterback throws a pick, has to do the same thing.
And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. The end result, 21 yards. Our game not even 2 minutes old, but a quick red zone opportunity. They've got a 1st and 10 at the 11th. Now a first-time Pro Bowler from a year ago, Lamar Miller. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It'll be a loss of 1, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11. From the shotgun is Trubisky. Dancing to his left, and he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Quinnen Williams in there to record the 2nd sack of his young NFL career.
Well, that's a pretty darn good start to his season, huh? A sack in the opener, adds a 2nd one here. That tells you about his offseason. He came in determined to have a big year, and it's paying off.
Hey, Zoo!
Now Trubisky on 3rd and long. And the pressure gets to him again. Calais Campbell, he's the one to get him this time, and back-to-back sacks brings up 4th down. And that hits the right upright and caroms away. It's no good. And this will remain a scoreless game. Well, that hollow metal sound is the bane of any kicker's existence, and here, that sound is going to keep our game scoreless.
And you can see him give that body English as the ball was in the air. Come on, baby, come on. But no dice that time.
That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on 1st down.
I like the idea to mix it up from time to time because, let's face it, you can't be predictable. But the execution was a little lacking on this one, right? They might want to go back to the drawing board with that call.
A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. Mahomes now to throw. Looking for Amendola, and it's intercepted. Buda Baker with a pick. And a return across midfield and to the 46-yard line. Amendola, he was the intended target. After the interception, here's Trubisky. He'll get this one to Galladay. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down. Charles, Thursday night game, I think a lot of teams probably say shrink the playbook somewhat. Is that correct?
I think you're right about that because you just don't have the amount of time that you have in a normal week to put in a full playbook. So, as you said, you shrink the playbook. Pick out the plays that work best for you. And you know what else you're looking for? Who are the freshest guys coming off the last game to play on a Thursday night? Guys have a little extra pep in their step. You go to them early and often.
Now, meanwhile, here's a 2nd down throw that's knocked away and incomplete. They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. Out of the gun, Trubisky. And able to catch it on the left sideline, but they're going to rule him out of bounds. So it'll be incomplete, certainly one they'd like to have back as it brings up 4th down. Here's Tyler Newsome now. And he was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And it's been a miserable start for them offensively. Obviously, 2 drives, 2 interceptions.
And this is where you have to know your quarterback and know how you actually have to reach him. Do you do it with a little bit of humor? Maybe you break the ice a little bit like, hey, didn't we practice in that colored jersey all week? Not the one that you're throwing it to? Or maybe you have to be stern with it. But whatever it's going to take to get the message, it has to be done. He's putting the game in jeopardy.
They follow up the gain of 2 with a gain of 1 that time.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line. 17 yards on the play and a Buccaneer first down. Now the Auburn product, Corey Grant. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Here's Geis, and he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up 3rd down. Looking to throw is Mahomes. And Jeffrey's got it. That's good for a Buccaneer first, a pickup of 12 yards. 2 first downs have them up near midfield now on 1st and 10. No score after 1 on EA Sports. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Now a run with Geis. And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. A loss of 2 there. 2nd down. On 2nd and 12, Mahomes. And this is incomplete. The tight end Josh Hill was the target. And that takes us from 2nd to 3rd down.
I tell you, Brandon, this defense is playing with some confidence. Haven't allowed a point yet. Flying to the football. I'm telling you, it's almost 11 to the ball on every snap. Another nice job there to force an incompletion.
Throwing is Mahomes on 3rd. Oh, he's going to let this go for the end zone. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. It was Bryce Callahan jarring the ball free defensively.
Certainly looked like they were getting ready to convert there on 3rd down, but what an effort to get his hand on that one, knock it away, and brings up a 4th down decision.
Come on now, let's go.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And still no points on the scoreboard. You're coming off of the 3 and out. They're just looking for anything to grab onto right now, aren't they?
I'm wondering if someone's going to take charge in the huddle. You know, we always look to the quarterback, but sometimes it's another player on the team, a star, a veteran, someone with some excitement and energy. It's like, all right, guys, let's shake things up and let's go, because they still have an opportunity to make things happen.
Shake it off. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. The tally there, minus 2 yards, brings up 3rd down.
If you're a selfish player and you're throwing the ball, you're cool with the completion. Maybe not so cool with the yardage loss, though, huh?
Yeah, you went backwards on the yardage. Hey, it kind of works like a sack for the defense there.
Yeah, it's a really big play for them, right? Able to figure it out, sniff it out, and finish it off.
On 3rd down, Trubisky. And he'll find Galladay. That's complete. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. It's a Carolina 1st down on a gain of 16.
But we're used to seeing the guy that you consider the #1 receiver double covered. But how about this guy? He's double covered and finds a way to make the play for a 1st down.
That's how you increase your Madden rating, right?
No doubt about that at all. And you know something? I think we'll hear about that from him soon.
13 yards, 1st down, Panthers. They had 3 tight ends in on that set, and they were really good at blocking for their running back.
And give them a lot of credit, because in football nowadays, tight ends coming out of college often don't block very often. These guys have really developed into superior blockers, and that's why they use them in this formation so often.
And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Tony Jefferson. And he's able to bring it out 5 yards shy of midfield to the 45-yard line. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. We've seen both of these offenses still sort of in that figuring things out phase, but I suspect some action on the scoreboard soon as they start out here 1st and 10. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
On 2nd down, it's Grant. And he works his way forward for about 4 up to the midfield stripe.
I'm going to hit
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
From midfield, here's Mahomes. Steps away to his left. Mahomes can sling it, but the feet are nimble too as he scrambles for a first down. Mahomes now on first down. Taking a shot for Samuel. And for the third time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off by Kareem Jackson. And the return goes up to his own 17-yard line.
Oh, and that's a nice job defensively to get a piece of the football. He's going to pop it into the air, and then it's the tip drill. And good concentration by him to react to it and pull in the interception.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. They'll run the screen with Carson. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the 20 at the 18. A good convergence there defensively, only a yard, and it's second down. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. On second down, here's Miller. He's got a first down past the 30 and all the way up to the 33-yard line. Second quarter action with 1:59 remaining. Coming up at the half, a reminder, we go back to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman. He'll have a look back at our first half as well as a look ahead to what's coming up later this weekend. On first down, Trubisky. And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be second down. Second and 10 from the 33-yard line.
Rush in. Right there, 54, right there, 54.
Now it's Trubisky. Open man is Galladay, complete. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face third down.
One thing I can say pretty safely, that route is not called if you don't have a guy who can throw the ball and put some mustard on it. Because if you're going to lollipop it in the middle of the field, bad things usually happen. It takes a strong-arm guy who can rifle it in there, and they were able to successfully complete that one.
Third and 2. Now Trubisky. He'll find a man over the middle. It's Galladay. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. The Panthers have the first. It's a gain of 12. Trubisky now 6 of 10 in this first half. He's got his guys a first down here. Throwing once more, it's Trubisky. Quick hitter here, it's complete. Now the Panthers going to use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. Had the completed pass, but for no gain, stopped right at the line, so it's second and 10.
Go! 54, right there, 54, Mike. Alert!
Trubisky to throw again. Pressure, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back right around the 44. The Panthers going to use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 45 seconds to go in the first half. Let's see what they draw up here. Third and long following the sack of Trubisky. Here's Trubisky. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off here, the 32. And the return stops just a little bit shy of midfield at the 48-yard line. If you're a lover of offense, this has not been the half for you thus far. Luckily for me, though, I'm sitting next to a lover of defense, and we have had plenty of that, including that interception.
Yeah, and I mean, that still makes it a great game, doesn't it? Everybody talks about if the ball's not in the end zone and points going up on the board, it's not as much fun. I love these defensive battles. Something's got to give with these turnovers. Who can convert them into points?
Now on second and 13, Mahomes. That'll be incomplete with 9 seconds now showing on the clock. Amendola, the intended receiver, and that'll make it third down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. To throw, it's Mahomes. And he'll hit Jeffrey, complete. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. And I don't think this has the carry. It does not. It's no good. So plenty of action on the field, but no action right now on the scoreboard, at least as of yet. 0-0 is our score. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, after a rare scoreless first half, these teams now just looking for something as the second half gets underway. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. And we thought this game had the potential to be tight, maybe not this tight, scoreless as we start the third quarter.
And I love the way you use the word tight. I'm going to take it a little bit different direction here because it's not just tight on the scoreboard. I think both offenses have been tight in how they've played this game. No one's been loose. No one's been free. They've got to find a way to make some plays, and I don't think you do it if you're really tight in everything that you're doing in the game. When you execute a drag or a crossing route really well and give them a chance to let it develop a little bit, you can gain some significant yardage hitting your tight end on that one.
Off the play fake, here's Trubisky. And for a third time tonight, he's intercepted. Picked off at the 45. And the return here is stopped at the 35-yard line. Thomas, the intended target. First possession of the third quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Mahomes going to throw. That's complete to his running back, Grant. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. That one goes for 24 yards. Took till the second half, but finally a red zone opportunity here. They've got a 1st and 10 from the 10. And running room hard to come by here. He gets it down to the 8. It's a gain of a couple, and it'll be 2nd and goal. They go back to Grant. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it. They missed a field goal on their last drive. Here they need something to even get into field goal range. And he hauls it in for the Buccaneer touchdown. Curtis Samuel, his first touchdown of the new season, as his guys are on the board first here tonight. Extra point by Badgley, up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. Following the touchdown, Badgley out there to kick it away. This is taken at the 3. They'll bring it back to just about the 25. Call it the 24-yard line. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. Their defense has done the job. Now it's the offense's turn as they've got it 1st and 10. They'll start out on the ground with Carson. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves them with 2 to go on 2nd down.
I'd say it's pretty good strategy. If you throw interceptions on back-to-back drives, let's see if the running backs can handle the ball a little bit, get things going. And also, you motivate your offensive line. I think they're in the mood to fire out and hit someone.
I thought the defense, though, might be a little more prepared for that run. Pretty good gain on the ground. 8 yards the tally on that 1st down run. Here's 2nd and 2.
Christian, grab it. 54. Mike 54. Bravo. I think you got it, sir.
Mike 5-4, Mike 5-4, Mike 5-4.
Here's Trubisky to throw. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down. After the incompletion, here now, 3rd and 2. Play action. It's Trubisky looking long for Thomas. And for the fourth time tonight, it's an interception. It's Will Harris, the rookie from Boston College, who picked it. And he's able to get it back here to the 43-yard line. On first down, Grant. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. Call it a loss of 2 on the play. And that'll make it 2nd and 12. Throwing now is Mahomes. And he finds Danny Amendola. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. 14 yards there and a Buccaneer first down. They'll run on first down. It's Grant. And they'll get this one to about the 20-yard line. It's a gain of 11, and the Bucs have a first down.
Big stop, let's go.
On first down, Mahomes. Amendola's got it, complete. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. Give him a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8. So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on first down. On the ground, it's Geis. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher third down looming. Gets this one to Hill. 2 yards is all they'll get on the completion. It's 4th down.
One of the money routes for any offense, the drag route. So tough to defend because the receiver can stop at any point and make himself available to the quarterback and get a completion. But I love the communication we saw there. All the defenders pointing out the receiver, where he was going, and then they're able to rally to the ball after the catch and stop him short of a first down.
This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line.
At their own 26-yard line.
This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still is not really and he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Bud Dupree, his 2nd sack of the night. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing 2nd and a bundle. Now Trubisky to throw, and he's going to go down again. Calais Campbell able to drop him that time for his 2nd sack of the evening. And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. Now Trubisky on 3rd and long. And now here is another interception. Picked off by Tony Jefferson. And it's a big turnover there on the final play of the quarter. And we're back now in Charlotte. It's the Bucs. They've got the football. They also are in front here on the scoreboard as we start the 4th. This is Geis. And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. Only a yard on the pickup there. 2nd and goal. The line of scrimmage, the 7 now on 2nd and goal. Again, Geis. And this has been a recurring theme tonight for sure. Nowhere to run. Back to the line of scrimmage, that's all. A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play, 3rd and goal. They run with Geis, and they'll get him down here at about the 5-yard line. Give him a couple on the run there, and now they're in that in-between area here on 4th and goal. Well, if this defense can hold them to a field goal here, what a win that would be.
Not just a win on the possession, but psychologically take over the ball game. But this started with 1st and goal, so they were in 4-down territory right from the beginning. I say you finish it off and go for the touchdown.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And you're still in this game. I mean, yeah, you haven't scored. Offense obviously has struggled, but you're only 2 scores down, so all hope not lost.
Not at all, because we're talking about the NFL, and teams can score fast in this league. Quick strikes, you're right back in it. You're exactly right. Keeping hope alive.
Had the completed pass, but for no gain, stopped right at the line, so it's second. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off near the 34. And he is not quite going to make it all the way in. They'll mark him down right about the 1-yard line. He was trying to hit Thomas that time. Suddenly it's 1st and goal after the interception. A quick change, and he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. It's the fullback. His first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Bucs capitalize on the short field as they take it in for 6. Now here's Mahomes. Rush coming, and he's taken down.
Well, they tried to get 2 and ended up getting none because the quarterback had nowhere to go with the ball and ends up getting sacked.
Nowhere to go at all. Great job, though, defensively. They were ready. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. And let's face it, this drive is not going to have any bearing on this game, but it's kind of important for one reason, isn't it?
It certainly is. You got to get point.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Calais Campbell in there to get him yet again. That is his 3rd sack tonight. They can't figure him out. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing 2nd and a bundle. Trubisky will throw. And this one hauled in by Rudolph. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down.
Let's just break this down and make it pretty simple. Key to the drag route, letting the play develop, finding the hole in the defense, and giving your athlete, yes, athlete, a chance to make something happen once he has the ball in his hands.
Now it's Trubisky. He'll get this one to Galladay. And he's going to be brought down short of the 1st at about the 31-yard line. Just a 5-yard pickup, and it leads to 4th down. A critical one here if they're going to have any shot at this thing. So they'll go for it on 4th down.
Right there. 54, right there.
Down to lose 1. 54 is Mike. 54 is Mike. Check. Watch.
They'll try and throw for it with Trubisky. And this is incomplete. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And the Bucs are going to take over with excellent field position to boot. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Here's Mahomes to throw. They complete it to Hill. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. A good pickup there, 21 yards. On 1st down, this is Geis. And a nice pickup there as he'll take it from the 10 down to the 5-yard line.
The tackle made by a gain of 5.
2nd and 5 now. Mahomes. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Cameron Jordan wreaking havoc with a sack.
Like the footwork back there, I thought he did a pretty good job of evading that first wave of players. Trying to buy a little extra time out of the pocket, but in the end, oh, that was a tough one.
Yeah, winds up getting buried for the loss. Throwing is Mahomes on 3rd. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Once you get into the red zone and the safeties have less ground to cover, you'd better be quick with your delivery. Not much space to get a ball in there.
And when that field shrinks with those safeties, it's almost like there's a couple extra defenders out there, right?
It certainly is. They end up taking up extra space just because there's not enough space for receivers to run through.
So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the 4th.
And you know in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said, and now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And on that last drive, went for it on fourth, turned it over. Good job by their defense, though. And he's going to lose a yard or two, taken down behind the line. Emmanuel Ogbah in there to drop him, and that is the 7th time tonight that he has gone down. So it's Panther football as we welcome you back. They're looking at second down now as they search for a consolation score.
Lock in, lock in.
On 2nd and 11 now. Trubisky got an open man. It's QT. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
Now it's Trubisky. And that will be incomplete. Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense that's well coordinated. The front and the back really in sync. The front putting on the pressure. The backside being ball hawks and picking passes off.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. Here we go. It's Trubisky on 4th down. Open man is Michael Thomas. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th.
Hey, foxtrot, foxtrot.
Now Trubisky on 1st down. He's going to let it fly. And now here's another interception. Picked up by the rookie from UVA, Juan Thornhill. He couldn't get the hook up there that time with Thomas. They start on the ground with Geis. And he'll be upended after a gain of 5, up to the 25-yard line. Here's a 2nd and 5 now from the 25. They stay on the ground. Geis again. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. Looking to throw is Mahomes. And that's knocked away and incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
And for an offense that is struggling, this is not where you want to start from. Great punt.
Fantastic punt. And for all those who wonder, what do punters do during the course of practice each and every day? The best ones do what we just saw there. Work on positioning the football and helping their team.
They'll begin the drive with Carson. So a nice job to break the 1 tackle, but not much daylight after that as he's brought down. Kyle Fuller, the one to make the tackle. They run again with Carson. It's a foot race. He's at the 50, the 30, the 20. And a little bit of a consolation prize there. He's into the end zone. Won't win them the game, but they do get the score with all zeros showing.
But some fantasy players are really happy with that score.
Doesn't affect the outcome, but, hey, nice job there to put it in the end zone for the final play.
Could it affect other things? Sometimes these types of scores are ones that we don't consider big at the time. Then later on we find out maybe that was a tiebreaker.
Yeah.
Or, of course, in the fantasy football world, these points mean a lot.
A lot there. So now Trubisky will lead his guys to the line. They'll go for 2 here. They'll try and run it in with Miller. And he's going to get in for the score. And the lead now cut to 14. Well, at least at the very end, there's something to take away. They lost the game, but got in the end zone, got a 2-point conversion as well. I don't know, though. In the end, you still lost the football game.
You still lost the game, but maybe they were just capitalizing on the flurry at the end, right? You scored the touchdown, keep the momentum going, go for 2. Maybe they're working on something for down the road. As you said, it doesn't matter. You lose the game, but you finish with a touchdown and a successful 2-point conversion.
Some sort of a building block.
Yeah, something.
So for the Bucs, it was a great all-around performance as they come out of this one with the victory. And they'll get a few extra days to get ready for next week. Meanwhile, for the Panthers, they'll fall to 1-1. And they'll try to rebound next week as they head to Glendale to take on the Cardinals. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew here at EA Sports, I'm Brandon Gaudin saying so long, everybody.
Taking all these trips, I had to go and get a pass.